Data. In the age of the smartphone, e-tailing and social networks, we're drowning in it. By 2020, there's expected to be 50 billion connected devices across the world, each churning out a mass of information. And businesses are doing all they can to store and use that information to tailor their offerings, both by better understanding customers and providing the services that are most valuable. As consumers, we give up this so-called big data for companies to process every time we use a search engine, download a song, or go online to buy a book.
Of course, processing information isn't new. People have been coming to the British Library here in London to do just that for decades. But whereas here, visitors are given help by librarians, in the corporate world, many companies are struggling to cope with an avalanche of information.
The first step for any business collecting big data is to design a product that consumers want to engage with so that they're willing to give up their data in the first place. Tony Fadell was the product designer behind the iPod and the iPhone. Since then, he's founded Nest, a company that's trying to do for thermostats what Apple did for the music player. These smart devices connect to the internet and analyze your energy use to help you save money.
What you have to do is you have to bring emotive design to any product, whether it's an automobile, whether it's a computer or a tablet or an application. It needs to be brought to each product that you want people to interact with and give you good data. Because if it's not interesting product, people are going to, forget about it. They're going to ignore it. But if you can make it attractive, when you can get a wide set of people using your devices and engaged, then you can actually get good data to make good decisions about future product features.
E-commerce company eBay is dealing with this very challenge. By collecting big data, the company is able to personalize its service both for buyers and sellers, thus feeding a virtuous circle of data gathering and usability.
People use their mobile phone on the go. We call it a snacking moment. It's like in 2 minutes increment in a sense. So you need to be able to give them access to the product they want and close the transaction within 2 minutes. So you need to be very, very precise in which items you're going to push first on that search result page. What we've done on the mobile platform is link your PayPal account with your eBay account. So you can, what we call turbo checkout in a sense, click on one button, one click checkout from the mobile device.
At design consultancy IDEO, Tom Hulme says an exciting era for data is dawning as the cost for crunching numbers becomes cheaper and cheaper.
In the past, we used to have a very sort of direct approach, a hypothesis-driven approach to innovation. We needed to be really clear what our ambitions were in order to test them. But if you assume that the cost of processing data and testing hypotheses is moving more to zero, then actually it makes sense, it pays to actually test every hypothesis. And so we're seeing an interesting transition away from almost the scientific method, discovery-driven approach to actually just looking for the interesting insights that bubble up from data.
Opportunities for business and big data are exploding. But eBay's Olivier Ropars says it's important not to become obsessed with the numbers.
Big data is important, but it's not the answer to everything. You still need to talk to consumers face to face. You still need to think and act as a consumer yourself. We won't design new services and experiences based on big data. What big data will do for us is try to optimize those experiences, but not design brand new experiences from big data.
Being a master of big data requires the ability to focus on the right information and the agility to shift direction when it upends long-held assumptions. No matter how many machines and devices we have at our disposal, the role of a good manager able to connect the dots will be of use for a long time yet. Ravi Mattu, Financial Times, London.